Hey, what is up, YouTube? My name is Mr. Kyle Cohen. I'm a 4th grade teacher in Cleveland, Ohio, and today I wanted to walk you through the setup of my website that I use with my classroom. When we were all forced to teach online last school year, a lot of teachers were hopping on the Google website train. Classroom websites became a very easy way to communicate a lot of information to families in a really simple and seamless way. Sure, it takes a little bit of time to set up on the front end, but I found that last summer and in the beginning of the school year, it was so helpful to have a website that you can continuously update in live time. Previously in my classroom, I have used a flipbook as a way to communicate information to families, almost think a student handbook, but specific for your class. And there's so much information that we want to communicate to families at the beginning of the school year. It's helpful to have it all in one place. Something that's really nice about the website format is that you're able to update it constantly. Families can have access to this information from their phone or computers or really any device that is able to get internet, and students are also able to access all of this information from their devices, which in my district we're super fortunate to have. Even though we are planning to have a normal start to the school year, I intend on creating a website that we're going to be using for our entire grade level. In today's video, I'm not going to be going into the nitty-gritty of how to create a Google website. There are so many videos like that that are already here on YouTube. I didn't want to take the time to show you how to create the website, rather how I'm setting it up for this school year, the 2021-2022 school year, because even though I had a Google website last school year and I shared here on my YouTube channel what I posted to it, a lot has changed since last year. So I thought I would just show you the specifics of what this year's website will look like. When you click on our Google website, the first thing that you see is our homepage with our Bitmojis for my team. There are 4 of us, and we thought this was just really cute, not gonna lie. So we have our Bitmojis here, a little welcome. And then on this homepage, we have 2 really important pieces of information that we thought were worthy of making the homepage. First, you see on the left is this save the date. We have a little virtual meet and greet that we are going to be having with our homeroom classes. As a 4th grade team in my district, we are departmentalized. So each of us have a homeroom, but then we each also have a different subject area that we teach. Our homerooms will be each having a meet and greet. These virtual meet and greets were something that we did for the first time last school year as a way for our hybrid classes, because we had 2 separate groups, to come together and meet one another virtually before the start of the school year. It was so awesome to just ease everyone's nerves so that they could meet one another, students could meet me. It was so fun and informal and great. They were all able to hop on virtually and see one another, and it was so successful that I'm excited to be bringing it back this school year. So right here, I will just provide the actual Google Meet link that students will access from their devices before the start of the school year, and it just makes them more comfortable coming to school on the first day of school, knowing that they have already met me, we've already gone over some information, they've met some classmates, we've played some icebreaker games. It was just really, really successful, and we're excited to be bringing it back this school year. Also on the homepage, we have a survey that all families will fill out. The survey begins by just asking for students' first and last names, and then we gather all different information about students. So student birthdays, family member information, email, contact, all of that. The school has all of this on file, but a lot of the time this information changes, and if students have been in our school since kindergarten, it's 4th grade, maybe emails have changed, phone numbers have changed. We ask how students will be getting home, obviously important to know, ask about allergies, personal or medical concerns, and then we just ask some get to know you questions, which are really helpful to get from the perspective of a family member, because in my classroom, I gather all of this information from students, and I obviously get to know my students. So through forming relationships, I find all of this information out from them, but it's also just really helpful seeing where families are coming from. So we ask what their child enjoys doing outside of school, what are their child's strengths, what are their child's biggest areas for growth, and knowing all of this information before the start of the school year is so incredibly helpful just to give me a framework and an idea of what is the priority for that family with their child and things that they're really focused on. We also ask about goals that they have, anything else that they would want us to know about their child, and this one you see is not a required box. All of the other ones are you need to put a response in. I find that families really put some great info here, things that are just helpful for me to know as their child's teacher. So again, in the past, I have done something like this on a physical paper where if we have an open house or a meet and greet, those sort of things that families just fill out on paper. But I loved doing this all virtually online last school year. All of this information families can fill out on their phone, on their device. It all populates into one Google Sheet where I have all of the information digitally. It is all in one place. It is nice and organized, and it is just a great way to get to know students. Heading back over to our website, our next tab is our schedule. You'll see here that I provide an overview of what a typical day looks like, and then just a little bit more information down below. We do have an open house and a curriculum night with families in September, but again, families just really appreciate knowing this information ahead of time. Students really appreciate knowing this information ahead of time, and with fourth grade being on a block schedule, it's really useful, and it eases a lot of nerves coming into the school year with all of this information just clearly stated here on our website. Our next tab is this information tab. This just has a ton of information about the year. I linked our district calendar, I linked our school supplies list, our summer reading list. I have a section for what students should bring to school, things like their planner, their take-home folder, their Chromebook. I have a section on grades because in my district, the fourth grade is the first year that students are receiving letter grades, so just really important information about that. And then I also just have a couple of other important links for families. And then finally, I have an About Your Teachers section where I haven't inserted my team members yet, and I just put our initials for their privacy, but I will have a picture of each of us and then all of our favorite things. So I have all of my favorite things here. So my favorite color and my favorite ice cream. And if you're a Cleveland native or have ever been to Cleveland, my hope is you know what Mitchell's ice cream is. And if you have never had Mitchell's ice cream, I sincerely apologize. But I have my favorites. Students love learning about their teacher. Families love learning about their child's teacher. And everything here with this website and with this section of the website and everything that we did here is just so intentional about easing stress and anxiety and nervousness as we approach a new school year. There's so much excitement that comes with a new school year, fresh beginnings, new teachers, all of that. But at the same time, there's a lot of unknown, and creating this website and putting all of this information out there for families before the first day of school is an opportunity for them to form connections with us, to have questions answered, to have information that's all in one place. And it also provides us with an opportunity to be able to update the information in real time. It really was awesome last school year, and I'm excited to be carrying it into this school year as well. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I hope that you found it useful and helpful, especially if you plan on creating a website for your classroom this school year. The more I can do now, the less I have to actually worry about when we get back into the routine of the school year. I hope that you are really enjoying your summer and you are making the most of it. If you have not already done so, make sure you hit that red subscription button down below. We are really close to 10,000 subscribers, which is just such a surreal milestone. I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.